all right. So look, a lot of people keep saying that Donald Trump is insane. Donald Trump is not insane. In fact, he's far from insane, and he doesn't have dementia or Alzheimer's or anything like that. Now, okay, I'm saying that is declarative. I would have to prove it. Truth is, no, I do not know for sure. But let me just say this. Hear me out. Don't click away. Donald Trump is literally just being himself. Okay, so he says things are great. They're better than ever. While things are getting worse. Your money isn't going where it could go. It's not happening anymore. You know, things cost more. People are losing jobs. All this stuff is happening. Yes. That doesn't matter. And it's not that Donald Trump isn't living in reality. That's not it. Donald Trump is privileged. He's white and safe. He is affluent. He's highly narcissistic and probably a psychopath. Certainly a sociopath. He doesn't care about anything past his elbows. What he does is protect himself. His first term, he was angry with Republican senators and congressmen and whatnot. As he said, they didn't protect me. So he learned from that. So this go around, before he even got in office, he spent 4 years not campaigning to be president. He spent 4 years bullying every Republican and making sure that they know if they don't go with his plans, he will turn his people against them. And he proved that by letting them know, look, the MAGA people will come to your house. They will send death threats. They will primary you. They did all of that. He urged, did not directly say, but he urged hundreds of thousands of MAGA supporters, right-wing gangs, to attack the Capitol to make sure the vote could not happen. He has shown, I got the money, I have given to people, they have done for me. I gave to Hillary, she did for me. All of that. He is literally being himself. Donald Trump says everything is going fine. Why? Because there is no way that this man can allow people to think, that's just him. He can't allow people to think that everything is as bad as everyone is saying it is. Just know this. If you are someone that says, look, the price of gas, food, clothing, all this other stuff, eggs, bacon, other meats, dairy is going up. It's all going up by dollars. And you say, this is terrible. This is horrible. And it's got to stop. We got to reverse it. Let y'all know something. There are MAGA supporters that will tell you everything is fine because they don't like you. They're suffering. They don't like it. And since they hate it and they got to support Trump because technically some of them is a cult, they're going to tell you you are wrong, Trump is right, and all of this is blamed on, number one, Barack Obama, and then Biden. And all of this is funded by George Soros, who hasn't said anything or done anything. That's what they do. It's not about logic. It's not about intelligence. It's not about facts. It's not about reality. It's about, I must have what I want. I want to do everything and get away with it with carte blanche, and no one needs to challenge it. It's that simple. He was in an interview where the guy was, hey, look, his knuckles, it says MS-13. The guy says, that's Photoshop. We know that. Look, let's talk about this. He goes, no, it says it, because the guy contradicted him. He knows it's Photoshop, but Trump is like, no. It has to be that everyone listening to this knows that what I said is, because I have to be right. They have to know I'm protecting them. They have to know that everything I do is going to do something for them, even though they get nothing out of it. And I'm going to hurt everyone else that they don't like. I'm going to deport everyone that I don't like. It started off talking about Hispanic people. If you're from Brazil or Mexico, that's where you got to go back. He ain't sending people back to Canada, not necessarily. He was sending people back to the Middle East. And that's what he campaigned on it. He started doing it. And then what happened? As soon after he got in office, after he realized no one's really complaining, I just send people back. What did he do? Now he started to deport people that are like citizens, born, not grandfathered in. Like, we're all grandfathered in, but people that are like, look, you got generations here, y'all going because you disagree with him. He don't like you. That interviewer, he was telling him, look, it don't say MS-13. And Trump said what? You're not being nice to me. I didn't choose you because we didn't choose you because he had to pause. He had to stop and just say, this is not right. Trump knew he was about to correct. I chose you for what reason? He could not continue that because then he'd be giving up the game. He's not insane. It can't be dementia or Alzheimer's. To be honest with you, I lived for decades with someone that was like that. Well in their right mind, but can't be wrong. Cannot be wrong no matter what. Literally, I've heard this person, have you ever made a mistake? I've never made a mistake. To say that to someone that watched that person make 3 mistakes just a few minutes ago, at that time so long ago. Yeah, Trump is doing that. You should ask him, what does it mean to be nice to you? Because anyone that's been nice to him is people that's agreed with him, people that's been on his side, people that just do right by him. Does he reward them? No, he just don't punish them. And that's the reward. Literally, that's the reward. You don't get punished. When they do right, he doesn't go, thank you. I appreciate that. He might say something, that's a nice person, a lot of good things, and then that's it. He told this guy to his face, we picked you because, and then had to stop himself because he knew he was about to give up the game. And then says, I don't even know you. You're lucky to be here. And his supporters won't even think about how messed up all of that was because they're looking for confirmation bias. So to them, what's it going to be? We chose you, but we don't know you. You're a nobody. So we got you to give you a break, to give you a chance, even though this person is pretty much, I don't know him. Cedric don't know him. Cedric never met him. Cedric never heard of him. But in the circle of watching interviewers and having your own that you like to watch and trust, he's well known. That guy is well known. If you never heard of him, you wouldn't have known to pick him because you wouldn't have heard of him. You can only pick names that you've heard of. It's that simple. Carolyn Levy, what happens with her? They ask her a question, she deflects. They ask her a question, they don't follow up because if they follow up, that's pressure. If they pressure, she's going to get mad. They're not going to be invited back. And I got my feelings about that, but Trump, his mind is right. There's nothing wrong with him. He's good. Everything that he's doing is to protect himself, protect his image. If Trump is like this, if I tell you that everything is fine, no matter how much, you can walk down the street and see bodies, people crawling, reaching out for you, help me, help me. And you'll say, look, Trump, there's people down in the street. I don't understand. You need to help. No, the streets are clean. They're fine. The gangs in the street, they're messing up. And you'd be like, you're right. The gangs in the street. I see the gangs, I guess. I don't know. Was that person that reached for me in a gang? I don't get it. If you're a Trump supporter, you just say, well, that person obviously needed to die. And you move on. Because in order to be a Trump supporter, you got to be a psychopath. You got to be a psychopath. sociopath, psychopath, or just out of your mind in your privilege. And when you check that privilege, when you question that privilege, when you clap back on that privilege, that's when you see that fervor come out, that anger, that piss and vinegar, that come out. And they want to just bite you and envenomate you to kill you. And you might think I'm just being nasty. Just think about this. They voted for everything Trump is doing bad to the country because they believed deep down, they believed that it would hurt the liberals, the Democrats, the progressives, but not them. They wanted all of this pain and suffering that we're going through to hurt people on the alleged left. That was the point. And now it's hurting them. And they're like, I don't know, it's kind of buyer's remorse. I didn't vote for this. I didn't sign up for this. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So, Trump, is he fine? Yes. He's just a self-entitled, narcissistic, psychopathic, sociopathic brat that has to protect his image and get to do whatever he wants without repercussion at all. That's it. Basically, if you have kids and you never discipline them, you never raise your voice to them, you never steer them, guide them away, just not over there, just go over there instead. If you never do that, how are they going to be when they're 12? Because that's certainly how they're going to try to be anyway. You just give them confirmation bias that that's exactly how it should have been. And just like anyone else, before I leave, just think about this. And this is almost 100% of the time. If someone grows up in a single parent home, or they got both parents and one of them ain't theirs, and they're like 12 and up, and that biological parent come back and then try to be in control of them, you're going to see a backlash every time. Every time. It's going to be a backlash. That's what Trump is. He's that kid that grew up without a father, and now everyone's trying to parent to him, and he's backlashing against everybody. So if you're a judge that helps somebody leave the room but not the building, you go to prison. If you are somebody that just brown and look Hispanic or south of the border by any means necessary, except for certain Chileans, then you are going to El Salvador to their prisons. Or over in Africa that he's trying to work the deal on. If you are white and you are against him, then you need to get locked up and demonetized and your platform destroyed and everything. That's just how that's going to go. And am I fine with all of this? No, but I'm pretty much cheering it on. Why? Because I can't do anything about it anyway. I can't stop it. Everyone else could have stopped it. I threw away my vote by voting for Harris. I didn't like her. I didn't trust her. I just knew she won't this. She's bad. She's really bad, but she won't this. If you stayed this long, thank you for listening. Honestly, thank you.